of why every single man should train. Now, just imagine these guys have girlfriends or wives, and those wives have to say, "This is my man. This is who protects us." This is a video representation of why every single man should train. Now, just imagine these guys have girlfriends or wives, and those wives have to say, "This is my man. This is who protects us." This is
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, if you assume that this not going to be you on film and you never trained before, I got news for you. You're going to look very similar, if not the same, to what we just witnessed. You got a family, you got a dog, you got kids, you got a wife, you got siblings, you got a mommy. And this is how you expect to be able to defend yourself? Put them in the bathroom. All men need to become as dangerous as we possibly can, right? And then once you become as dangerous as you possibly can, you simply control it. But this right here ain't it. The next time these two get mad at somebody, they need to just walk it off, because this is sad. Ladies, please vet out who you marry. God forbid he got to defend you and it manifests like this. It's not going to go how you think it's going to go.
Women out there in America, if you are leaving a marriage, first of all, I applaud you for making a decision for you and doing what's right for you. It's hard to pick yourself when you become one with somebody because you're one. And then all of a sudden, when things are bad, you have to just choose you. So I went into a business that I was passionate about, which is decor and hair, and I'm acting now, so.
Well, Portia, after listening to all of that, I see why you had 2 failed marriages. We should encourage women not to leave a marriage. Of course, there are exceptions like abuse and other things. But when you say to women out there, I applaud you for making decisions for you and doing what's right for you, it's not all about you. You make decisions that's good for the outcome of your children, which is to grow up with something called a father in the household. I mean, study after study shows that kids with both parents do better with grades, friends, and future, okay? So I think with that advice of yours, you're basically encouraging women to follow your path, sacrifice their kids to play the main character, maybe have a career if they're lucky, yet still end up miserable like Whoopi.
Yo. Shout out to Ishmael, man. That girl, Portia, what she said is pure projection, right? She want to judge herself based on her intention, right? But I guarantee she gonna judge everybody else based on their actions. But that advice was all projection, nothing more, nothing less. Her 2 failed marriages, she told on herself. That is not the recommendation. Most often people make and take vows, an oath, to be together through sickness and health till death do you part. Now, I'm not saying people have to stay through absolutely everything, but she talking about because you become one, you can't make decisions for yourself or make a choice for yourself. What the fuck you talking about, right? People speaking these platitudes that don't actually make sense when you ask them to slow down. But she hurt, she lonely, she frustrated. She talking about she start doing hair and start acting. We don't care. What you said muted everything else you had to say that could potentially even be cool or positive. We don't give a damn that you moved on how you moved on, because the advice you given, we stopped right when that advice finished. So put them in the bathroom. Portia, you need to check yourself. You definitely need to refrain from saying that shit until you assess it, and then do some inner work so you can understand that the advice you given is diabolical.
Again, I would like to say, now you all have to excuse me, but it's the truth. If I'm talking to any of you all and my breath stinking, and we have somebody here does, I've had to brush my teeth or my tongue. Please, if anybody walk up and give you a mint, don't feel embarrassed. Take it, because they have a reason. So y'all, this is true. I'm not just up here just talking. I'm talking because it's the truth. And it's going around. This thing is going around. And when it's in the streets and every place else. You know, this is my church. I love my church. I was born and reared in this church like many of you. So I'm going to speak the truth whether you like it or not. And may God bless each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed
day. Yo, I'm going to tell you what they told me, and I think y'all heard this cliche before. The people who tell the truth are who? Angry people, drunk people, older people, and children. That's definitely what you just witnessed right there. And then she articulated it as though it was a pandemic in the damn church. Like, yo, this going on around in the church and in the streets is crazy. The fact that she got that much intel on how bad people breath is in and around the church. But whomever she talking to know that she talking about them. I don't care what nobody say. People know when they breath smell like Snoop Dogg shit. You can smell your breath in the morning. I know you can smell it throughout the day. That halitosis shit is definitely real. If that shit coming from your inside, you got to see somebody about that, beloved. Or else you call a stir in the church. You feel me?
The ultimate disrespect to a man is to allow somebody else's voice to have more power than his voice.
Yeah.
That's cheating to a man. If somebody else's voice carries more weight than another man's voice, to him, you just got into bed with another man.
Yeah.
He really feels like that, right? Why is that? Because it's our assignment to be leaders and have influence and visionaries. So at that point, when somebody else's voice carries more weight than our voice, we feel second, third, fourth. It's a blow to the ego. It's a blow to mankind, period. And he's saying, she don't love me. We equate love with respect. We equate love with honor. So if you dishonor my voice and you elevate somebody else's voice, this means you don't love me. The preacher's voice is not stronger than your husband's voice.
Yeah.
Your daddy's voice is not stronger than your husband's voice. Yeah. Your therapist's voice is not stronger than your husband's voice. If you want a war, if you want to fight, if you want something that can get infected that will never produce fruit, allow somebody else's voice to be stronger than his voice and show him that.
Yo, the brother is 100% spot on. I really don't need to add to it except for this. The other men in that woman's life need to stay on code too regarding this message. So if she's coming to you before she going to your husband, you have to give her a stark redirect to her husband. Did you talk to your husband? Whether it's the brother, father, grandfather, right? Because in order to maintain that status quo, the men in her life have to also be on the same page. The minute any one of those other men try to usurp his authority, what happens? Right? That's the key. She has to learn to deal with him directly. When he articulates the disrespect that men feel regarding that, he is not exaggerating in the slightest. So I want everybody to understand that, you know, but the village matters. Everybody has to be in agreement, and it should be unspoken. When I see a woman that I know, if she's with a man, my assumption is that she tied to that man in some type of personal relationship or intimate way. So when I see them, even though I don't know him, I go speak to him first. What's up, brother? How you? Etc. And then I'll acknowledge her, and then we'll have the conversation, whatever the case is, you know. But I think that high regard amongst men is a tad bit lost, and we need to get it back a little bit more. Remember, chivalry started amongst knights, amongst men first, to show each other reverence and respect. So let's try to get back to that.
This is just a southern thing, but I feel like when my man have company over, I am not sitting up under him. I'm sorry. I don't care how you look at it. We don't have nothing to talk about with you and your friends, especially if I'm the only girl. I'm going somewhere else. I'm either going in the room or I'm minding my business, and vice versa. If I have friends over, you shouldn't be sitting up under me either. Yeah, going on with the guys somewhere. It's girls out here. You going on. There's no way everybody going to be sitting there like, oh, girl, he's so fine. Like, I know. Yeah, speak and keep it moving. Goodbye. And I don't have no friends like that for real that be like, oh, girl, your man is fine as hell. Like, you know, because I side eye you in a minute. Like, okay, back up. That's enough. I'll take all the compliments. I'll take them for myself. Don't you worry about it. I'm also not the girl that allow people to fix my man his plate. I know what to eat. I know what he drink. I know what he want. You ain't got to do that. Yeah, sit on back down. Now, if we had a cookout and your mama there, yeah, she can fix your food. But as far as anybody else, I got it. Yeah, he got a girl here for a reason. Yeah, and if you can't find me, wait on me. I'm coming to fix his plate. You ain't got to worry about it. Yeah, I don't play them type of games. And no, hell no, you can't cook for him. Absolutely not. I got it. And if I don't know how to cook it or he likes something I don't know how to make, I ask his mama, hey, boo, show me step by step how to make my man his favorite plate. You ain't got to worry about it. Yeah. That's just me, though. It ain't shit about being insecure. It's about being respectful in your relationship. Open communication. I'm just letting you know this up front. We ain't going down that road ever. Because that's going to be the last thing we have to argue about is why that bitch fixed you a plate. Where you get that food from? How she know what you like? Yeah, we going to already avoid that by going ahead and saying, don't worry about it. I got it. Yeah. I don't know if this is just a...
Yo, shout out to her and being possessive as hell, man. And think about it. If you married to somebody, that's your one and only option. That's at least what the people generally try to agree to. So you damn right. She gonna fix his plate. Don't comment on him. Now that's diabolical. If a woman start commenting on how fine her friend's man is, she need to be punched in her shit and let loose, man. Send her back to the streets for sure. But the fixing a plate is love, right? How much of this do I want? How much of that do I want? Etc. etc. That is actually a little bit of an art form. Like, for instance, I don't like yams, but I like just enough of them to go with the macaroni. So when my wife make my plate, she would know that. So she don't put a bunch of yams on my shit. She put just a little bit so I could mix it in with the macaroni and cheese, and I'd be delighted after that. You know? 100% on point. Take your $5 ass in the room. All right? Brother, take your ass downstairs to your man cave and play video games and watch X videos, whatever the hell you gonna do. We don't be sitting around fraternizing, kikiing and all that, because y'all only friends because of your wife or your husband. Generally speaking, the instant that relationship is over with, so are those friendships. Let's keep it tall, please.
How long should you make a wait?
About 2 weeks.
At least let the treat you, take you out to eat, bring on dates, bring you flowers before you just give up the So I let it wait 3 years.
That's wild. How long should you make a wait? Be realistic though.
Depending on how the relationship go, I would say like a month.
Now what if it's a nigga you just fucking with on some shit? Still a month?
If it's a nigga that I'm just fucking with?
Yeah.
No, I'll probably say a day.
Okay.
And I'll like wait like a month. But like if it's just like friends with benefits, I say like 2 weeks.
Hey, what'd you say?
I agree.
Until I feel like I'm ready.
I told you about a good 4 or 5 months.
How long should you make a wait?
Until I'm ready.
Maybe 3 months. I don't know.
That's the longest?
Yeah.
And what's the quickest?
We're not gonna answer that.
How long should you make a wait?
Yo, shout out to Southern University. You know what I mean? They definitely just got exposed. Just answer the question how you really mean it, because as soon as a clarifying question is asked, that actually exposed the truth, right? How they conducting themselves on campus, take it from me, B. Going to a HBCU, they definitely getting it popping, right? The friends with benefits is the norm. Ain't nobody trying to be on no huggy bear shit for real. Even the ones that think they are. It's too much shit going on. It's too many temptations for the women and for the men. Everybody conducting themselves the same way, right? And it's a goddamn shame to be 100% honest, man. But it is how it is currently. I just think that we need to change it, because it being what it is has caused us to fucking demise, become in turmoil, right? We at the bottom of shit for a reason. I think a large portion of that is because of how we conduct ourselves with each other regarding relationships. I get it. We love sex, but I wonder if we would love success more. I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
Everything has opened up since black men started talking about black power. You see, when black men start talking about black power, then that says, well, all right, maybe there will be a challenge to the system of white supremacy domination, not only in this area of the world, but all over the world. So the white supremacy system says, all right, well, now what do we do to get these people back in control. And what do we do to get them back in check? That is a black man. Well, we'll lay our ace trump card on them, which is a white woman.
In other words,
you see, which brings the black man then back within
mm-hmm.
the context that the white supremacy system is going to work for you. See, we've denied you this, now you have it. But on close examination, in spite of all of the black-white marriages, the black-white sex that has occurred throughout history, in the last 500 years, there has been no serious tampering with the maintenance of white supremacy, certainly not through the bedroom activity. I think everything has opened up since black.
Damn. When black men started rising up, they sicked the white woman on him and derailed his movement of black power. She talking about the jungle fever ass niggas. Do y'all think it's true? And let me know in the comments that a nigga think he made it because he with a white girl and vice versa. But think about that though. Think about how that can be derailing along with the different systemic opportunities that came about, like Section 8 and things of that nature, for monies to come without support of a two-party system, meaning a father and a mother in the household. And then you sick the white woman on them. That is an interesting concept. I also wanted to show y'all this beautiful and articulate sister to end this montage, because this is dope. Even if you disagree, her articulation, her poise, right? The assured nature of which she's communicating, the what's that word that we like? Very demure, right? So I also wanted us to see this, man. Hopefully that's a message as well. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm out.